back on.
Before we go live, Ben, I just want to bounce this idea off to our producer. I had a lot of tweets regarding YOLO with Rotti. I think we're ready for this segment. Where I'm gonna show the world how you can have a great time while laying on the couch and not moving not moving at all. You don't have to get fierce, man. You just need to enjoy life. Because you only live once. Our producer just added, and we're gonna have a calorie counter in the right bottom side of this map. Ben, I promised Ben the other day that I could eat a whole large bazooki alone. Even though they say that's for 18 people, there's no way that's for 18 people. It's like for 5 people.
Kevin thinks that he can eat a large bazooki by himself. Now, guys, a large bazooki, we go to BJ's, which is where you get the bazooki. You usually go in a group of 5 or 6. I don't think we've ever finished that large bazooki with our whole group.
We did.
There's always like a little bit left over.
Not when I was there.
Kevin thinks he can eat one by himself. It's basically, imagine an extra large pizza, but instead of pizza, it's chocolate chip cookie. And it has, what, 16 scoops of ice cream on top of it?
No, like 9 or 10. Or 8.
8 scoops of ice cream. Okay, so half of what I said. But still, I mean, 8 scoops of ice cream by itself, man.
Yeah, that's easy. I've eaten like big cans of Ben & Jerry alone when I felt sad and lonely.
You know, there's only so much room in your stomach, right?
But I have a very big stomach. And I haven't pleased it in a long time. So it would make my stomach happy.
Maybe for the first episode of YOLO with Roddy, we can do the bazooki challenge.
I am done. We're going to do it tomorrow. Right before I leave. As of course, guys, if you don't know it yet, you're going to have to miss me in the near future. I will be forced to take a temporary break, but I'll be back like Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're going to come back with like you're coming with like a robot arm?
And with like printed data all over my brain, so I will know every fact in the history of
Like Neo from the Matrix, you just like download how to fly a helicopter. You fly a helicopter back from the Netherlands. You don't even go through border control. You just.
I don't think a helicopter could pass. Do you think a helicopter could make it all the way to the other side of the ocean?
Might have to refuel in Greenland or something.
Yeah, okay, then I have to fly very north. Yeah, I mean, you make like little hops, like from Holland to like the top of like maybe Ireland, or like Wales, let's say Wales. And then from Wales we fly to Iceland, and then we refuel, and then we fly to Greenland, and from Greenland we fly to Canada, and from Canada to the US. Man, that would be awesome.
Secret mission, Roddy. There are several sizes of bazooki, guys, for YOLO with Roddy. And if I'm not mistaken, the largest one has 5,600 calories.
Yeah.
So
that basically means
you think you can handle 5,600 calories?
Yes.
You know, a daily diet is like
2,500.
So you're basically going to eat for 2 days in one sitting.
Yep.
2 days of food in one sitting.
Yes. I'm going to enjoy it.
Do you expect to not go to the hospital when this is done?
Yes. I hope so, because I don't like American hospitals at all.
Well, you should like American hospitals.
How did you like it when you had to pay for your girlfriend's feet when she stinged?
I knew that she was well taken care of and that she would not be sick or infected.
Okay, that's good.
So I was very happy.
Okay, man, pretty early gas opening over here by Dark. Not super early, of course, but he's also not delaying it, and he's already researching speed. So I'm curious to see where he is going to take this, as the SCV is taking a little bit of damage. Ganzi opened up command center first, and then he followed up with 2 Rexes to make sure that he had enough Marines to deal with anything funky early on. So you don't believe in me eating the bazooki?
I don't think you can do the whole bazooki, man.
Challenge accepted.
Wow. So guys, this just in. Bazooki challenge happens on the set for Subscriber Saturday tomorrow. Are we going to have just one bazooki? Because I'm going to want one too. Alright, that'll be fun. That will be fun. Alright guys, if you want to see Roddy kill himself on set, that'll happen tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
YouTube money!
4 p.m. I'm just being told. Okay, so we're starting a little bit later tomorrow. Right now, pretty normal looking openings from Ganzi. Getting this fairly fast expand down as he starts to get his bio upgrades. He's feeling a little nervous, I guess because of that gas opening. That's why we see double bunker. But
yeah. I think that's exactly what's been going on, man. He feels super nervous, perhaps afraid that he was going to get Roach Bailing busted or anything among that. But the opposite is even true, as Dark is already going up to 3 bases, or I say already, like it's quick. It's a little bit later than what we're used to. But he's going to be all fine. First Hellions are in production. Dark has a small worker lead, which is of course completely standard for this phase of the game. And now, Ben, where is Ganzi going to take this? As I feel the chat is making fun of me. Yeah, but there's already another person who's doing that, so we cannot do that. All right, Ben, let's focus on this game, as it took 7 minutes, but action is about to kick in.
Yep, similar opening from Dark as to what he showed us on the last map. He's going to be playing with Banelings and upgrades, and probably eventually with Infestors. Ganzi, no third command center yet. Is he going to just try a big 2-base push? It looks like he might.
He's researching Stim. He's going to have quite a few Hellions. He's going to have more and more Marines because he has a reactor on one of these Rexes as well. I mean, he still has a little bit of a bank. He could definitely throw down an additional command center. Well, Dark is quite afraid as well, I think.
Man, look at this wall, dude. He is like you will not Baneling bust me, sir.
Even though one Baneling bust would still kill this depot.
Yeah, you kill the depot, you kill both the reactors, you would do a lot of damage. You'd probably even kill the bunker. That bunker might be in splash range of that depot.
Double eBay is going down for Ganzi, though I don't think he would go all out with whatever push he decides to make, man.
Yeah, no, when we see the double eBay, it pretty much tells us that he does at least plan on taking a third base at some point. Just the way this game is taking shape, it looks like Dark's going to easily be able to capitalize on how passive Ganzi has been.
Yeah, I mean, he's been super careful. He even pulled away drones for a little bit after he saw just one Hellion on the map, but he didn't know how many additional Hellions there were out there. Let's take a look at Dark's vision to see what he really saw of this little Fort Knox over. He didn't see anything, man, for a long time. So for all he knew, suddenly 12 Hellions rolled out with Blue Flame, or at least 14 Hellions without Blue Flame. But that was not the case at all, so he didn't have to worry about anything. Of course, Zergs like that, man, because they love it when they can go completely uncontested up to 70 drones.
So double medevac drop flying right through the center of the map, and somehow it's going to avoid every Overlord. This is going to do some pretty serious damage. There's no units out on it.
There are 18 links in production. There are 9 links on the map already. So 9 links, perhaps potentially 20 extra links for against Queens and a lot, or with Queens against a lot of Tim Marines. Then Ganzi is going to deal so much damage here.
Absolutely, immediately a ton of drones melting away.
Oh, maybe he can pick up an evolution chamber, or do you think, oh, he's actually going to go for the layer? No, he's indecisive. He's going to go for the infestation pit. That's a nice pick-off
as well. It doesn't have to deal with broodlings either. Can probably get the spawning pool in this time. A lot of banelings are being morphed.
Oh my god.
I think the transfusion's being thrown down, but it's not going to matter, and the pool falls. One of the medevacs gets shot out of the sky, but this is a super effective drop from Ganzi.
Banelings will eventually clean this drop up, but not before. Ganzi dealt an insane amount of damage. And Ben, that was just the first 2 medevacs. That's not even a real push for Ganzi. But Ganzi
that was so nice from Ganzi. Killed 12 drones, killed the infestation pit, killed the spawning pool. Now, lucky for Dark, he doesn't have to have a spawning pool to build an infestation pit.
Right now, all that Dark has are the units that he has on the map right now. The only thing he could potentially do is more links into Banelings. Right now, it's 22 links and 6 Banelings. That's what he's gonna have to defend his push with, but that should just be enough.
Looks like he's controlling it pretty well. Ganzi actually gonna lose all these Hellions.
Good job right there. There is triple orbital right now, Ben, for Ganzi, but he's not mining of it yet.
Nope, he still has it just kind of chilling out in his natural. Hasn't even cleared the Zergling from his third base. There's like 2 Marines staring down at it like, hey, what's up? And now they're...
We have a gun, we don't want to use it. We'd rather just see you leave. And eventually the Link got mad, run on to the Marines.
Marines like, just walk away, man. We don't have to do this.
It doesn't have to go down this road. Not again.
And then Zergling's like, you did not just use that tone with me.
I'm a Zergling and I can do whatever the hell I want. And if not, I'm gonna get my brother and he's neutralist. And he's really scary. As a matter of fact, take some serious.
That reminds me of you and your brother.
Yeah. I did that a few times, yes. When I was young, I was a little bit fierce, but not fierce enough to deal with everything.
Oh, that's a poorly controlled medevac.
So every now and then I had to call my big brother, who really is like an ultralist.
He is, dude. Your brother is a total ultra. Kev's bro's like 6'6". He's totally jacked. He's like, he's built like a linebacker. He really is.
Still 76 drones. I mean, Ganzi did a great job with that drop, and a really fantastic job. Not the last one, of course, the one that got shut down, but the first initial drop. But after that, he didn't follow it up. Now Dark is on a super healthy drone count. He got the infestation pit back up. 2 upgrades are on the way.
What is Ganzi doing right now?
Yeah,
He's just kind of throwing units away.
Throwing away units left and right, and the spawning pool is back up. I mean, he tried to make something happen over here with these Marines and Hellions, but that push was just not big enough. I am sure that he could have had more units on that phase of the map.
Yeah, and Dark is definitely reached a new point of stability. He's got a lot of infestors that are about to pop. He's going to have...
I mean, this is the best shape the Dark has been in this entire best of 3.
Yeah, exactly. He can do anything. He's getting Hive. He's finishing 2-2. Spire just went down, so we're going to see Broodlord soon. Ganzi's going to get out on the map once more, but this feels like a really awkward time to be out on the map with 2-2 finishing. Baneling's being morphed. All the infestors are out, man. This is a very dangerous time to be pushing.
Yeah, certainly the way that all the Marines were hugging each other on Metropolis, if that's going to be the same case on Daybreak, I don't think there's any way that Ganzi is going to be able to make this push work. He has insane production ability right now, though, as he's producing 11 Marines at once. Couple of Banelings rolling into this base, but Ganzi was well aware of what's happening. He's going to send them back. The Banelings coming in again.
Oh my goodness! That was a pretty big explosion. Only 9 SCVs. Looked like it might have been a little bit more.
Bunker did die as well, and I think a Marine or 2 which were inside of the bunker. Meanwhile, Marines and Zerglings and Banelings were rolling around in the center of Daybreak, but Marines were in position to take care of that. Fortunately for Ganzi.
165 supply for Ganzi, 185 supply for Dark, and it's a very scary 185 supply.
Here come the infestors once more. The Marines are hugging each other.
Don't do this to me, Ganzi. Huge fungals land. More huge fungals land. Zerglings and Banelings will come crashing in. And that is
massacre.
That's just textbook how to clump up a Terran army and lose it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I would have been a Terran, I would have done that at least as bad. And that's not easy, but.
And honestly, it sucks to say that kind of stuff, but this is. We expect better play out of world-class Terran players.
I want to also comment on something, Ben. As someone said, like, oh yeah, it looked like Ganzi had some serious lag in the previous game. Guys, this game has been played earlier today. Not much earlier, but 2-3 hours ago. And of course, these are 2 Korean players, so they can just play on the Korean server. We would never force, or unless we try to broadcast the game live for some reason, or we really need the game to be played immediately and Korea doesn't work. But otherwise, Korea versus Korea is always played on the Korean server.
That's exactly right. We always want these players to play in the best conditions possible. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but most of the time it does. And this was definitely a game that these guys played on the Korean server.
Yeah, there was a very unfortunate scenario with Hawk versus Polt, where of course both players are in Korea, so normally they would play on Korea, but the Korean server was down and our live broadcast was going on, and eventually we really needed them to start a series, and then we said, okay, for one time you guys are going to have to play on NA while we do see Ganzi dropping, which is of course not what we want, but yeah, if we have a live broadcast, all the people are tuning in for Hawk versus Polt, and it's kind of hard to suddenly say, okay, Korea server does not work, you guys cannot play. And if both players are in Korea, it's kind of fair that they play on it. They have the same amount of lag.
A lot of dropping happening right now for Ganzi as he has 2 medevacs active on 2 different sides of the map. Dark's having a little bit of trouble dealing with the one in the top left. As 3 Marines continue to be very annoying.
The one in the main looked a lot easier.
That one did not have the same levels of success.
I don't know, Ben. That first fight went terrible for Ganzi. He lost all of his Marines. He lost the tanks as well, and even his medevacs took a lot of damage. So he's going to try to stabilize once more. 69 Marines right now. For some reason, man, it's oh so often when I check Marine count, it's 69. It's scary.
First Broodlords morphing for Dark.
That evil grin of yours. Whenever I see Ben, so I know something is up. The other day, guys, we had a lovely meeting at Blizzard, as this game is stabilizing a little bit. We had a really fun day, but then we were both super tired, and on the way home, even though the drive is short, I fell asleep, and then suddenly I woke up and I see Ben is asleep next to me. Fortunately, the car was not moving. That would have been terrible, but Ben was wise enough to stop at a random parking lot somewhere while we see Dark. Well, he's not moving out yet. So I was really sleepy, and suddenly at 8 or 9 p.m. we continued the ride home again, and then we passed the Commerce Casino. And I just looked at the sign, and I looked to the left, and I see that Ben looks at me, even though I wasn't talking at all because I was super tired and still half asleep. And then I hear, and I knew that wasn't approval. And then Ben turned to me, he's like, "You want to play cards?" I said, "Yes, Ben, I want to play cards." Anyways, Ben, Dark is moving forward, and he's going to put some serious pressure on this 4th base of Ganzi. There is 1 Viking and 96 Marines. But it doesn't matter how many Marines you have if you can't kill the infestors.
Yeah, he does not have the right army for dealing with what Dark's throwing at him.
Look what's flying on this bottom side of the map. This is almost the entire army of Ganzi.
What in the world, Ganzi? That is 8 medevacs, each one full of Marines.
He's gonna lose everything in his natural. He's most likely gonna end up losing everything in his main as well. But these Marines are gonna deal so much damage in the main.
D-Day, man. Omaha Beach, the Marines just gonna kind of go for it. They're gonna completely clean out the main base.
Wow, have you ever seen so many Marines in the main base? Oh, but drop. But here come all the Zerglings. Oh, how many Zerglings do we have? We have 55 links and only 4 banelings.
It's not gonna be enough, Kevin, as Ganzi is gonna make it
there are infestors.
Oh, the infestors might change everything.
Try to calm down, is what Ganzi says. The Broodlords and Queens are still here.
Yeah, of course, the main base of Ganzi is taking some serious fire as
Marines,
well, but they're doing a good job against those Corruptors.
Wow, beautiful transfusion so far. But if the Broodlings cannot block the path of these Marines, if the Marines get all Ganzi, I think he should have gone for
Ganzi, why are you going back?
Yeah, he should have.
That was such a perfect time to fight.
There were no Broodlings at all. He's going to take out all the Broodlings, then he's going to try to do the same thing all over again. But now all these Lings and Banelings are making their way over. Wow, I think Ganzi could have sniped at least.
I think that was his moment, Kevin, and now I feel like it's maybe too late. Dark is going to continue crashing this ramp, and while the Zerglings they go single file and they slowly die, the Banelings are going to be a different story, and Ganzi
sick game.
Tries to be fantastic, is fantastic, loses in fantastic fashion. And it's Dark now with 190 supply against the 90 supply of Ganzi.
Life in plastic. It's fantastic.
Oh, this is the Weeds song.
The what?
Right?
No,
Tiki Taki?
It's oh no, that's different. Ganzi will call GG after all the Broodlings are up to his main base. No, I'm talking about Barbie Girl. You know this song? I'm a Barbie Girl. Life in plastic.
How does it go?
It's fantastic.
Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie.
Yeah.
We need to take this act on the road.
I know, right? Tour bus, Route 66, all across the continent.
NASL final, I'm a Barbie Girl by Bitterdam.
I'll be Tarzan there.
Game brought to you guys by Kingston HyperX. Solid state drives and RAM available at kingston.com. What's up, Roddy?
I can totally see you on stage, NASL Season 4. You can brush my hair. Alright guys, we're going to head over to a small commercial break. We'll be right back with our last game of today. It's going to be Ganzi versus Dark. The map will be Cloud Kingdom, I just see on my screen. So I'm excited. Ben, Dark or Ganzi?
Dark.
I think Dark as well, but it's going to be close. Ganzi has been playing some good StarCraft. If those Marines just learn to keep hands rather than hug each other, I think Ganzi has a really good chance.
Red Rover, Red Rover. We'll be back after this break.